All right. Welcome back to more FLA Homes. If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian Clay. Alongside me is one of our real estate experts, Dan the Man. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. Doing great. Open houses and golf. That's my life.
We're going to be breaking down another community, Lakewood Ranch. When everybody looks at the map, they're going to be like, well, I thought we were in Lakewood Ranch here, but you have some good information for us on the expansion and all of that good stuff. So, Palm Grove, take us home. Where are we at?
Yeah, so Palm Grove is now extended Lakewood Ranch north of State Road 64. That is an area, when we talk about Lakewood Ranch, that's kind of the barrier. And now that Mr. Pat Neal has bought more land, incorporated with Lakewood Ranch, is now expanding the Lakewood Ranch borders longer, wider. And he's actually bought probably several more properties that are going to extend Lakewood Ranch even bigger. So we're on top of that. We've met with the family before. We're very familiar with them. So this is an exciting new area that puts you right at the top of Lakewood Ranch, direct access out there to the beaches and Tampa and St. Pete. So
Yeah, I mean,
beautiful.
so besides proximity to the beaches in Tampa and St. Petersburg, right? Is there any benefit to being on that northern section of Lakewood Ranch? And I know the schooling, right? Because you have Sarasota County and then you have Manatee County.
Manatee County, and now they're building more schools out here. So just across the street here, and we've already done this neighborhood called Star Farms. Just
Mm-hmm.
is directly across the street from that. They've built a new school there, and then another high school is coming in. So you got two brand new schools. One's already almost finished, and then they're starting the high school, and that's going to be all in play for them. So you're in brand new school districts just down the street. They put a new shop at Publix Plaza, and then not even probably 5 miles to the interstate. You have all this brand new Target just opened up, Super Target. You got brand new ale house, brand new shops. Everything's only 5 miles away, so everything's building out to this.
Yeah,
So you're getting all new facilities.
yeah, which is cool, right? So this developer or builder, which you were telling me off camera, local person, they have an office in Lakewood Ranch. They build from
Yes.
Naples all the way up to the Tampa region. Are they the only developer or builder right now that has crossed, what is it, 64? What was the state road that we had there?
Yes, they were 64. They are the first one to cross that area, part of Lakewood Ranch, and I think that he's bought so much land out there that he works with the Lakewood Ranch development centers, and they're expanding. So he does have more phases. The phase we're getting ready to talk about today, this Palm Grove, there's 930 homes going in, and it's a 7 to 8 year project
Okay.
just for this neighborhood.
Wow. Man, they've already, how many homes do they expect to have out here in this phase? I'm assuming 7 to 8
900,
years.
930 homes in 4 phases. That was the number I got, meeting with them. And the phase one is on the roll now, but they've only have about 30 homes built right now at the
Okay,
moment.
cool.
So you're in a very beginning stages. And I think that, we've talked about this before, some of the key times to get in these new construction areas in the beginning and near the end. So, this next 18 months, I think you're going to get some great value. There's some great opportunities we can create early in the stages of this development.
Level 3 builder, select your
Yes.
lot, select the floor plan that you want. Let's go to the design studio, select some of those finishes. You know how many models they have in here, or like, are they going all single family? Like, talk to us about that.
So you're in three different levels of style of homes. You're going with townhomes, you're going with villas, and then you're also going with single family homes. And the single family phases have three ranges of models. They start with like a base smaller model, they go to a mid level model, and then they go into a higher end model. And there's different lot sizes for each one of those. As you go up the levels, the lot sizes get bigger, some of the views get better. And then you have a little more options in the higher end homes. So, and that what it does is allow any price point to be in such a wonderful neighborhood because
That's
they're all
cool.
sharing their great amenities. So, if you want to be at 500, great. But if you want to be at 850, great. You can do it. You can be in both and be in the same community.
Learning about Lakewood Ranch, I find that that's a little tougher to do in some of these pocket communities. Like throughout the entire community, if you just look at the grand scale, you can find some communities that are affordable and you can find some communities or sections that are very expensive, but to make them all inclusive. And you know what? To me, that's because this is a local person that understands how to adapt quickly, which is, I
Yes.
actually really like that.
Yeah. It's Lakewood Ranch is such as the animal, and there's so many neighborhoods as we've talked about, and there's so much to know. And so that's why I love working, with our team is because we spend a lot of time making sure we know what's going on in every area, because every neighborhood's different, and you're
Yeah.
talking about 50 plus villages.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited to break them down. So within this one here, what are the amenities? What are the fees? Like all of that stuff before we take a home tour for everybody.
Yeah, so the fees, and that we were talking, it's a little tricky because there's so many levels here. You got the townhomes and villas. Your ranges start around 350 going up to 500. So in that realm, and then your HOA fees will fall in there in the 185 to 200 in those homes. Then your CDDs range from 85 to about 100 in the villas and the townhomes.
Okay.
Now, when you step into the single family homes, your price ranges go up, and you're starting in the 500s. 499 is the least expensive, around 1,700 square feet. And then you go all the way up into the high sevens, depending if you're adding pools. You can get into 825, depending on adding a pool and spas and so forth.
Gotcha.
All that can be done. Now your CDDs will go up into the over 200 to 225 range in the single family homes. So your HOAs run about 225 on the single family homes. You go back again, 85 to 100 on the villas and the townhomes, 225 for single family homes.
Okay.
That's HOA.
Gotcha.
CDDs range anywhere from 185 a month on the smaller homes, and as you get into bigger homes, get to 367 a month.
Depending on how
So
much land, right? Like the
the
bigger the
land and
lot,
size you got.
the
So the
more you
bigger
pay.
it is, the more you're going to pay in CDD per month.
What
Now
comes
this
with?
neighborhood,
What comes with?
so in this neighborhood, it is going to be a gated community, which is
Love.
great. Great gated community. You get the full amenity center with the activities director, the pool, the spa, the splash pad. Um, you got the bike trails. Yeah, that's the rendering of, they had the pickleball courts.
Sorry, everybody.
Full,
Bear with us. This is the best
yeah,
that we could do. I promise you, when they're done out here, we're going to fly the
we
drone
couldn't
one
even
more
get a
time
render.
for you
That's how
guys.
early the stages are. That's the best rendering we could get. They got the basketball courts, the pools, so what, and if you've ever seen a Neal community, which we've done a couple, they all get all this included. They want the gym, they want the lifestyle of, you feel you don't have to leave the neighborhood. Now they don't have a restaurant inside of it, but they pretty much have everything else as
But
far
you're
as
in a
your everything.
section, like from just me learning. Once again, everybody,
Mhm.
I'm in Central Florida. Our team covers Tampa, Orlando, Polk, and we have Dan down in the Sarasota area educating us on this. But being on 64, I mean, you're close to a lot of shopping. You're close to a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
things to do, right? So, like, I don't think you need a restaurant inside of your community. I
you
think it makes
don't.
it a little more quaint. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, yeah, and you're close to the soccer fields and all the brand new Bradenton Park they're putting out there with BMX tracks.
What
You
about
know,
Polo? You're close to Polo up here in the northern part, right? The
Well,
Polo.
Polos, you had to cut through Lakewood Ranch to get to Polo,
Okay.
down to the southern part by Waterside.
Okay.
It's right at the edge of Waterside. But from there, going down, cutting through, you get there in about 20 minutes.
Very
So
nice. Okay.
so it's good.
All right, let's do this. Let's pop on a
I
home
do want to
tour
add,
for everybody.
while you're pulling this up, I want to add in that there's a capital contribution with this neighborhood, and you're starting to see that more when you purchase the home. It's going to be from $2,200 up to $4,400 based on the size of home. So you pick the model, it comes with a capital contribution, one time capital contribution when you build a home.
Love that. Look, we're giving you the real out here. So,
Mhm.
level 3 builder, select your lot, design studio. Are they doing any spec homes or inventory or move-in ready homes? That's where we really strike good deals for our clients.
Absolutely. So they have right now, they have about total 30 homes sold in there, but they also have about 30 single family homes available right now. I'm sorry, 15 single family and 20 villas and townhomes available to purchase that'll be completed by November.
Very nice. If
So
anybody
some
wants
of this right
information
ground.
on that, yeah, make sure you reach out to us. Best way to reach us, email team@morefla.com. We'll get you hooked up with Dan. We'll go through the inventory stuff for you. We'll go through all of our negotiating, all of that good stuff that you see on all of our videos there. So, okay, cool. Let's hop into this home tour, and you can maybe tell us a little more about. Okay, you were saying there are 3 levels or 3 tiers of homes that they have in this
Perfect.
community. What tier is this?
So this is going to be your higher end tier because
Okay,
it's a larger home. This
gotcha.
is 30 almost 3,500 square feet.
Okay,
So they obviously decked it out. It's not going to be like your John Cannon home level 5, where, but they did put all the nice stuff. I mean, you got hard surfaces all the way through here. You're going to have the nicest countertops. They're going to show you the best in the models that they
Okay,
offer.
very nice. Do you know what's the square footage of this home? Where are we seeing price points in this higher level bracket?
Yes. So this is 3486
Okay,
square feet.
34.
Okay. It's 2 stories. You got 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. Okay. So all the tile and everything you see here is going to be standard. But then, it's like wallpaper and stuff like that. That's not something that usually comes with the design center. They just do it for the model. But, you're looking at this home right here with a pool is about $735,000.
That's not bad. I was going to ask you, they're doing pools. I can see that there.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's
this
something with
house,
Lakewood Ranch. It's like every model out there, they're going
yeah,
to drop a
every
pool in
model
for
you'll
you.
see they do it.
Which it's much needed, much deserved. You're living there close to the coast. But question for you: what are they or this builder here? What do we typically see them give as far as incentives? Most builders are waving the flags and they're saying, "Come here, we're going to give you X, Y, Z." Like on average, what are they? What are we seeing with them?
So right now, these guys are really well established here. So they're not this one. These guys, you have to work a little bit.
Okay,
You got
yeah,
to know what's going on in the back ends. You got to know what's going on. So right now, we've been talking about their. If you use their lender, we can get some closing costs covered.
okay,
We can definitely work on some back pocket money to get towards the closing costs even better, or design center where we get some design center stuff added.
absolutely.
And I do know because of the market we're in, they just offered a special on a house. They dropped $40,000, and they just wanted to get it off their books. So, but you know, we knew that it wasn't on the register. It's just I got a call and says if you sell this one now, and then we went in and you can ask for more.
Love it.
We just had a builder down the street. I think we were just talking earlier. We had everything completed, and before we get to closing, we got blinds and appliances added into the deal because you got to have the timing right of when to get these things to be asked, and that's what we see.
Strategy is important. I always tell everybody that, right? And
Yeah,
sometimes people might watch our videos like, all right, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to ask for these things. Well, how we put together offers for our clients is all based on their situation, right? It's all
right.
relative to how they what they need, right? Some people might need a little bit help out of pocket. Some people, it might benefit them to drop the price. The last thing the builder really wants to do, especially on a to be built, is drop that price. But getting those add-ons, as Dan was talking about, those are how much do you think it would cost, Dan, to blind this entire house, 3,400 square foot?
Oh my gosh, there's so many windows in there. You're probably talking five grand.
There you
You
go,
know,
right? So like most people are like, Chip, like, could I save 5 grand on the overall price, or could I get 5 grand of what I'm going to spend out of pocket into a home? I
right?
mean, in my opinion, I'd want to get more appliances and blinds in the home before you affect the price of the home for sure. So there's some
Right.
strategy behind it.
Yeah, and when you and we've spoken a lot about this. Every one of the customers we work with have different goals.
Hmm.
So once we know their goals, we know where to kind of approach to the builders, because some things are more important to other people. But we also know what brings the most value to them, and we can suggest what we can get because the value it brings to the house.
You were telling me that you had an investor that was he bought a bunch of homes, new
Yeah.
construction homes out here, and you made a call to one of the builders, and you're like, "Hey, look, we have a client that's been buying a lot of homes. Obviously, I've been helping, bringing you guys a bunch of clients, but like this one, you're gonna have to put a bow tie on and make
Yeah.
special here, right?" So I feel like the ball was in your guys' court to say something like that, right? And
Right. And
if you lose that momentum up front, if you lose that leverage, it's so tough to say, "Hey, you guys better give me a great deal," and you don't have any leverage on your side.
exactly. I mean, I love the new home. I love working with people and help. It's so nice when they get to the end and they're happy with the process,
Hmm.
because if you just go on your own with the builders, I mean, the process can be really daunting, and there's just too much going on. And we do this every day. I mean, I literally talk to builders every single day.
Yeah, it's the luck of the draw if you go into the model home, that's for sure. So, um,
Yeah.
okay, so do you know if you buy one of these homes without the pool, do you have an estimate of what that extra the price is to drop a pool in? Did they give you an estimate on that at all?
Yeah, so they have a couple standard pools, and you're looking anywhere from 80 to 120. Now that
Okay,
you add a spa, because they have the ability of their own pool company and stuff like that. So it on the home that has been an inventory home that they have, and if it doesn't have a pool, you can't add it. You have to do it after
of
closing.
course. Yeah,
But if you
aftermarket.
start from scratch, when we say, "Hey, I'm going to pick my lot, and then I'm going to pick my model," then you can have the pool put into the whole build and put into your mortgage.
Love it, man. Look, if anybody wants more information on this community or the surrounding communities, make sure you reach out. Team@morefla.com. Send us an email there. I would love to check this community out and look at where are those non-duplicatable lots for our clients. You have clients right now, Dan, right, that have owned homes out here, whether they're investments or primaries, and they're ready to sell and move up, right? And
Yes.
you and I both know in a market like we have right now, it's very difficult to sell a home that's on a standard lot, doesn't really have features that pop because the builder's building multiple of these floor plans out there, right? So having a premier lot really does matter, especially when you go to resell.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, when you have a house under the same house, you got one on a lake, or you got one with a specific view, or not looking straight back into each other. There's $40,000 to $50,000 difference in
Yeah.
lifestyle.
100%. Yeah. No. All in all, I like the community. I like the fact that the builder is a local person or understands the local market.
Oh
I
yeah,
think that really helps out a ton. I love that it's gated. I would love to see the amenity center before I can give it a full assessment. But all in all, for price point wise, I do think it's a win. I really do.
oh yeah, it's going to be great. And once we get the invite out to meet the construction crew, that we'll get a snapshot of the amenity center.
Love it. Love it. Okay. If you guys have made it this far, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what the heck are you doing? Catch you guys on the next one.
Thank you.